Business seems to be welcome to the studio. Our business editor, Yuka Roy. Great to see you, as always.
Hi, Mark.
Emmanuel Macron, beginning his 3-day state visit to India, eyeing a blockbuster fighter jet deal.
Well, the French president said that ties with India was accelerating in response to the changing international order as he met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Mumbai. Among a slew of business deals during his trip, the biggest would be India's order, a purchase of 114 Rafale fighter jets. The plan was given the green light in India last week, and officials say negotiations are advancing to finalise it. It would be a historic one for French defence firm Dassault. Luke Traeger reports.
Inaugurating via video link an Indian factory to build Airbus helicopters, both the leaders of France and India are deepening their relationship like never before.
We are trusted partners of Make in India, who know how to share the best technologies and also give priority to job creation in your country. The importance that our two countries attach to the concept of strategic autonomy, a pillar of our respective sovereignties, underpins the deepening of our cooperation in all these areas.
It also comes with discussions around what could potentially be the biggest sale in French aerospace firm Dassault Aviation's history. A deal for 114 Rafale fighter jets for €33 billion. India's previously ordered 62 of them, but a new deal would make it the aircraft's largest foreign operator. New Delhi's sought to move away from its historical arms supplier Russia over the last decade, seeking not just alternatives but to boost domestic production, both in defence and industrial goods, with almost a third of the latter currently coming from China.
India is seeking to develop its own industry and therefore fears that these very competitive Chinese goods will slow its developmental efforts. It's also a real political issue. India considers today that China is perhaps its main threat, along with Pakistan. And moreover, the two issues are linked, since we know that China today strongly supports Pakistan militarily.
That leaves Paris in a good position to offer India what it wants, as it looks to expand its regional footprint. But both the United States and China traded over 10 times more with India last year than France, leaving a lot of ground to make up.
That 3-day visit continues. Next, the European Union's launched a probe into Chinese online platform Shein, following a scandal over childlike sex dolls.
Well, Brussels has opened a formal investigation into the fast fashion giant under the EU's Digital Services Act, or DSA, which obliges online platforms to stem illegal and harmful content. The investigation focuses on 3 areas: whether Shein is failing to prevent the sale of unlawful items such as weapons or child abuse material; secondly, whether Shein is making its services addictive by offering rewards or points for engagement and gamifying the experience; and thirdly, whether its recommender systems are transparent enough. Now, late last year, the discovery of childlike sex dolls being sold on Shein sparked an outcry, prompting France to consider banning the service and to urge the EU executive to act. The company has taken the dolls off its site and says it will continue to cooperate with the EU and that it has put in place measures to strengthen compliance with the DSA, which Brussels will now investigate. Here's a EU spokesperson speaking earlier.
Shein is reaching 145 million consumers in the European Union. Mystery shopping has tested 27 products for kids under 3 years old. Guess what? Result, all of these products, all of these toys were not compliant with EU law. So the message is pretty clear. Shein has to analyze the risks it poses to our consumers in the European Union. It has to mitigate them.
Iran has confirmed it temporarily shut down parts of the Strait of Hormuz, a major choke point for shipments of oil across the world.
Yeah, indeed, Tehran made the extraordinary move of closing the passageway to conduct live fire exercises in the area. It's the first time Iran is believed to have taken such a measure. The area has seen tension in the past. During the Iran-Iraq war in the 1980s, for example, both sides attacked tankers and other ships, but threats of closure had so far not been carried through. The narrow waterway between Oman and Iran, located at the mouth of the Persian Gulf, is one of the world's most important transit points for energy. 20% of global oil and liquefied natural gas flows through it every day. Iran and Oman both have their territorial waters in the strait, but it's viewed as an international waterway. Now, it's unclear what impact this temporary shutdown will have, but global oil prices actually declined today as news of progress came out of the latest round of indirect nuclear talks between the United States and Iran.
In the latest twist in the US media takeover saga, Warner Brothers has reopened talks with Paramount.
The media giant has given Paramount Skydance a week to come up with the best and final offer to persuade it to walk away from its deal with Netflix. Paramount wants to buy all of WBD, including cable channels, for $108 billion, while Netflix agrees to buy just the studio and streaming business for about $83 billion. Paramount last week sweetened its tender. On top of a $30 per share offer, it added extra cash or ticking fee for each quarter the deal fails to finalize after this year, and also agreed to cover the $2.8 billion breakup fee to Netflix. Warner Brothers Discovery says the final offer has to be more than $31 per share now. A successful buyout by Paramount Skydance would bring CNN and TNT Sports under the control of the Ellison family, which has close ties to the Trump administration. Its takeover of CBS led to major editorial changes to the channel's news coverage. Warner Brothers board makes it clear, though, that it still favors the deal with Netflix and is moving forward with a shareholder vote on Netflix's bid on the 20th of March. Now, Warner Brothers stock is up by about 3%, and Paramount slightly easing after soaring as much as 7% earlier. Netflix has clawed back up after initially sinking on the news. And that's it from the business desk.
Yuka, thank you very much indeed. Yuka back with more business as we go through the evening. Pleasure to see you as always.